You've heard Billie Eilish's song about it, but what actually was World War I? The year is 1914. Europe stands on the brink of an inferno that will reshape the world. This is the story of World War I, the war that changed everything. It all begins here. June 28, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife Sophie are riding through the streets. Unbeknownst to them, a deadly plot is in motion. A young nationalist, Gavrilo Princip, pulls the trigger, an assassination that ignites a chain reaction. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Russia mobilizes. Germany, France, and Britain are pulled into the fray. The world plunges into chaos. It was the deadliest conflict in human history up until that point, and it left a lasting impact on the world. So how did this massive war start? Well, it began in Europe, where for centuries there had been many rival alliances between countries. You had the Triple Entente, which included France, Russia, and Britain, and their rivals, the Triple Alliance, which consisted of Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. These alliances were always shifting and changing, and by the early 20th century, Europe was a powder keg just waiting to explode. Then in 1914, an event known as the July Crisis occurred. This all started when Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, visited Sarajevo. While driving through the city, he was assassinated by a Serbian nationalist. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for the assassination and declared war on them. Soon, the other European powers started to get involved. Germany supported Austria unconditionally, while France, Russia, and Britain formed a united front against them. By the end of July, Europe was at war. Fighting took place on the Western Front, which stretched from the North Sea to the Swiss Alps. It was characterized by trench warfare, machine guns, and poison gas. The war quickly turned into a stalemate, with neither side able to make any significant gains. It became a war of attrition, with the Germans and the British and French locked in a battle of wearing each other down. Eventually, the United States entered the war in 1917, and this helped to turn the tide against the Central Powers. On November 11, 1918, the fighting ended. The war was over. More than 16 million people were dead, and Europe was in ruins. The peace treaty, known as the Treaty of Versailles, was signed in 1919. It imposed harsh penalties on Germany, including territorial losses, military restrictions, and reparations payments. Many historians argue that the treaty was too harsh and that it created the conditions for World War II. So what can we learn from this? It was a time of great upheaval and change, which led to the deaths of millions. It also led to the collapse of empires and the rise of new ideologies such as communism and fascism. History is filled with echoes. If we listen closely, we can hear them warning us. What lessons can we take from this war? And how did it shape the conflicts that followed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching Tales Beyond Time. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story from the past. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the past. Farewell.